Hello everyone, it's Kavita from Red Door Yoga and thank you for joining me for the On the Mat series. Today I wanted to talk to you about Setu Bandha Sarvangasana or bridge pose. Now bridge pose is a common pose in yoga practice. You know, if you've been practicing yoga for any length of time, you've probably done it. Even if you haven't practiced yoga very long, you may have come upon this in other fitness arenas because in weight training, personal trainers oftentimes teach their clients bridge pose, but they teach it for the purpose of really training their glutes and getting their glute muscles to develop strength. I'm pointing that out because when bridge pose is performed in a yoga practice, it's not about the glutes. And so that's very important to remember. And that's why when I'm teaching you bridge pose, you'll hear me say several times to relax your glutes. This isn't about getting strength into those glutes. It's actually about strength in the core, the abdominal core, the back line core as well. So bridge pose is very effective for working on spinal flexibility, and it's very effective for developing strength through the back muscles and the abdominal muscles. It's going to help you to develop self-confidence as it opens up the solar plexus area and the chest area. And it can really improve your breathing capacity as well. So lots to benefit from. And with that in mind, we're going to head to the mat. Okay. So you're going to place your feet about hip width apart. Now, sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit for the width of our hips. So if you're not sure if you're hip width apart, go a little wider, okay? Because a little wider is better than being too narrow with the feet for bridge pose. Also, we want our second toes to point straight forward. We want our feet to be parallel. This may require you to, sit up and take a peek if you're able to. Or if you've got someone around, you can have them take a look for you. Okay? Over time, you'll get a much better sense of your own body and you'll be able to bring your feet to parallel and know from a somatic system vantage point that you're in that parallel position. But if you're unsure right now, visually check in or have someone visually check in for you. Ideally, you want your heels about 3 to 4 inches away from your bum. Okay, now, this will depend on the flexibility you have in your thigh and your quadricep muscles. You may find that maybe you don't have as much flexibility and your feet have to be a little further. But again, it's better for them to be a little further away from you than for them to be too close to you. Okay? We're going to bring the arms alongside the body, palms facing down, but turn the eyes of the elbows. That's the inside part of the elbows. Face up towards the ceiling with those. Roll your shoulders back and down, and they'll tuck under the body a bit when you do this. Once you've done that, your chest is going to open. You'll feel your shoulder blades come towards each other. And breathe. Draw the below belly button in and up and tuck your tailbone towards your pubis bone. Press through your feet and slowly begin to lift your hips towards the ceiling. Now, as you're lifting your hips, you want to be aware of your knees. You don't want them to splay. Remember what I was saying earlier about not using the bum too much? If your knees start to splay, it's because your bum is clenching. Relax your bum. Lifting upward. Pretend there's an imaginary block between your thighs. You're going to roll the thighs in against that imaginary block. That's going to help you to keep your bum relaxed. It's going to help you to keep the inner line engaged up into the core of the body. Once you've gotten to a point where you feel like your knees, your hips, and your shoulders form basically a straight line, then you're going to walk the arms down the body and underneath you. Try to bring them parallel to one another as best you can. Remember your bum, keep it relaxed. And then clasp the hands beneath you. Squeeze your shoulders in towards each other and reach the knuckles towards your heels. Try not to lift the hands up towards the bum. Reach the knuckles. Straight and down. Relax the bum again. Tends to be sneaky and want to clench. Draw up through the below belly button. bringing your hips towards your ribs towards your chest towards your chin. Lengthen through the back of the neck and soften your throat. Keep breathing through your rib cage. Check in on your bum, make sure it's relaxed. Keep using the inner thighs and the core muscles as you breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Unclasp the hands. Let the shoulders open again. Keep your core engaged, keep the bum relaxed, and slowly begin to lower the body down, vertebrae by vertebrae. The bum will be the last thing to touch down. And breathe. After a bridge pose, you might decide you need to stretch out the lower back a little bit. So you can simply draw the knees in towards the chest. Or if you were with us recently when we did wind relieving pose, a good wind relieving pose works well after a bridge pose. And that is Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, or bridge pose. I hope you found this helpful, everyone. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again online very, very soon. Namaste. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, please share. If you've got questions or suggestions for future videos, put them in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe. Namaste.